All right, Chris, so tell us, what was it like working on Dragon Ball Z XenoVerse?
It's always fun to work on the Dragon Ball games. Every year, it seems, every couple years, we get to pull in all the Dragon Ball actors again and call them into the studio to do some more Dragon Ball work.
Now, when you guys do the voiceover, do you guys do it individually, or do you guys do it in one big group all together?
Dude, that would be dangerous if we got all in the same room and we're screaming all at the same time. I don't think there's a soundproof room available that could withstand that. We always bring everybody in one at a time. It's the same as most video game projects, except the Japanese get to do their work on the game first. We usually get to kind of take their files and then make them into English files, so we don't get the luxury of all being together. Then again, when we're dubbing anime like Dragon Ball Z, we don't get to do that either. So it's a very comfortable experience for everyone. We got, well, comfortable in that we're used to it, not comfortable in the fact that we have to scream our balls off all the time.
Dragon Ball Z's had a really good year. They've got a new movie that came out, and now this game's coming out in less than a month. What do you think it is about Dragon Ball Z that's kept it withstanding the test of time?
Dragon Ball Z is freaking magical. I have no idea. When I came into work on this series in 1999, at the very beginning of the internets, I had no idea that Dragon Ball Z was going to be such a huge success. I mean, obviously it was huge in Japan, but none of us were really as globally aware as we were now. So working on a series like this it's just so fun and nostalgic, and that's what I'm finding a lot of now. The people who are really watching Dragon Ball Z as kids, maybe even yourself, you're 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, you're now 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, you're all driving, you're all like nostalgic about the stuff that you watched when you were kids. So I'm having so many people come up to me these days going, dude, you were my entire childhood. Like these games, I played these games like crazy. So it's weird to talk to adults now who were such huge fans back in the day, and they have kids and they're introducing their kids to Dragon Ball. I think if I could figure out what the magical little nugget was that makes Dragon Ball Z so successful, I would bottle that up and sell it. I don't know if it's that it has such an epic, long-running story. I don't know if it's because it has such a great kind of themes in it. It's always about, it's always about power and going to the next level, and it's a very difficult thing to explain. I think some of it is that Dragon Ball Z was a serial. It was a serial in a time when there wasn't a lot of serial content out there. Dragon Ball Z might have been the first TV show I ever worked on that actually had a serial plot. But before then, I'd only watched things, maybe X-Files was sort of close to that, but it only had this sort of overriding theme. But Dragon Ball Z is just like where the last one left off, the next one starts, and I don't think anyone had ever seen anything quite like that before.